Are you at the stage in your windsurfing progression where, like now, you can get the sport up to some speed, but as soon as you go in the foot strap, whoa, you scoot up into the wind and slow down and nearly stop? See that again, I can get the board up to speed, but I go to the foot straps, nearly fall in backwards. I'm going to go through fault analysis, why does that keep happening, and how you can stop it. Here we go, roll credits. And welcome back to the Ridealong channel. Once again here in Vassiliki with multi-camera setup all over the place. You're off on my back, you're out the front, and hopefully now you can see my feet a little bit as well. Now let's slow down and see what's going on. Firstly, the kit I'm using, I'm on a 130 litre board, 133 in fact, the starboard carve. A lovely all-round free ride board. It's not too fast, nice and stable, easy around the corners, but the nice thing for me getting into the foot straps is its stability. You're quite forgiving. You can actually stand around the place a little bit, whee, and still get away with it. I'm on a 5.9.7 spy, which isn't too big for the wind I'm in. It's quite nicely powered up. It's giving me a good bit of power, but not tons of power that's uncontrollable. Remember, when I'm talking about power with sails, that's always in relation to your weight and the wind. So in the wind I'm in just now, this quite nice, I think force 4 or so. A 5.9 is giving me good power. Same sail, of course, could give me tons of power if it was a little bit windier, or not much power and be a nice light wind sail if it was lighter winds. The question is, why do I keep skewing into the wind when I'm speeding up and going for the foot strap? And there's a fairly logical idea or explanation for this. As you speed up, power is on, I've got some wind, I have to go out to the side of the board and towards the back. Without doing that, I can't keep the board in the water. So I can feel the foot straps with both my feet, but I'm not yet in them. As soon as you lift up that front foot, whoa, all of the pressure is on your back foot. And if you've seen any of the videos I've done on foot steering or progressing with your foot steering and rig control, back foot pressure steers you into the wind. So, to stop that happening, drop and push, driving off the front foot, bearing off the wind. That doesn't necessarily mean downwind, it just means not upwind as far as you were previously. I've got the board planing, just about. When you step into that front foot strap, you have to, for a moment or two, put your weight on the back foot. There's no other way of saying it. You have to lift up the foot, stick it in the foot strap. But as soon as it goes into the foot strap, reset that original position of dropping low, like I am just now and like I was a moment or two ago, dropping low and out and back, and driving through the toes of your front foot. That's where it's going wrong. All of your weight on the back foot, you're going to skew into the wind and stop quickly. Driving on my front foot now. That's made the board flat and fast. I'm going to go for the front foot strap. I've gone upwind a slight bit and then instantly driving off that front foot once again to stop me just shooting into the wind. The back foot, we go upwind slightly, allowing the rig to go back, body forwards. Tickle the back foot strap. It doesn't need to be a stamp in there. And as soon as you are getting into it, once again, push through the front foot to keep the board flat and fast. I'm definitely not saying you just have to go downwind. In fact, right now, this run I've just done away from the beach, I've been going upwind the entire way. But deliberately putting that weight like I am now, whoa, back foot steers you into the wind, you slow down. Front foot pressure, pushing through those toes, will stop that from happening. Let's turn around and see that in the other direction. Okay, so we're off in the other direction. I've got some power. Drive off that front foot to make the board speed up. front foot strap accidentally skews me into the wind for a minute. Continue to drive off the front foot and remain on power. That's one of two reasons, I'd say, maybe even one of three in fact, that this can go wrong. The next reason, I'm going to touch on one reason very briefly. It's a common one, and it goes back to every video I've done, and I hope this isn't the first time you've joined me on this channel. If you have, whack subscribe, join me for many more. But if you've joined me for a while, you know I talk a lot about vision. Looking up, looking where you want to go. As soon as I start looking down here, whoa, even just then, I lose all control, all speed, all drive, all power, everything's gone because I'm looking at my harness lines of my feet. So remain looking forwards. Up to the wind, across the wind where you want to go. But actually the reason I was going to say just then is I've got the board up to speed, I'm going and I'm ready for the front foot strap. What I see a lot of the time with students when it's time for the front foot is they bend the front ham hard, whoa, and depower the sail massively. Every time you bend your front arm, as I'm doing here, woo, you fall in backwards. You lose all power. So when you're going for the front foot strap, when you're speeding the board up, your arms stay straight and your front arm stays back near that front harness line. When I go for the front strap, give the sail a little push away from you just here. A little 1-inch punch through the shoulder. Ooh. A little push. That'll keep the power on and stop that board skewing up into the wind quite so much. Let's see that again. I'm going to play these in slow motion a couple of times too. A little 1-inch punch here. Gives you just a little split second of power. Stops the board skewing into the wind too much. This is matched with looking where you're going and also matched with driving off that front foot. If you like, it's kind of like a pump, like a very little pump of the sail. So there you go, top couple of reasons. Are you looking at your kit and gear gazing? Are you stamping on the back foot too much by accident? And or are you bending that front arm? You can see it just now, I'll show you again. I'll play these in slow motion after, but as soon as I bend that, whoa, front arm, you're falling backwards. Bend it, whoa! You can actually use that to help you. That can, for a second, depower you, allow you to then accelerate forwards, which is basically a pump. Whee! That's what I'm doing now. It's definitely not what you're trying to do if you're getting into the foot straps. Thanks as always for joining me here in Vassiliki. I hope that's given you a little insight as to what's going wrong and why you can't quite step in the straps as cleanly as you want and why you're skewing into the wind. Look up, drive through the front toes and keep your front arm extended. I'll see you next time back here. Thanks very much.